Hey guys, AK-47 Master here, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And on this episode, we are going to be talking to Miss Old Bag, about Assistant Penny. Okay, what? I saw that suspicious look in your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek! Alright, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do here, eh? No, we were just talking to the assistant, in Studio 1. Her? She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths tomorrow, saying that this and the other thing, and blah 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 blah. Grah! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. And that's right. Time to check out that computer. The computer that runs the studio's security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. And the number, I believe, is ST1307. Haven't recorded since like a few days since last episode, so I may be wrong. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Well, I guess I got it right. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something printed on the back. Huh? October 15, 2 p.m. Photo number 2? What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. That's odd. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyways, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why? You could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. And so, the first day of investigations is complete. Now on to the trial part of this case. And as always, I'm not going to save until I'm actually done with this recording, because I may have to re-record it if something happens. Alright, October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. The trial is now in session for the court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is important for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. It is impossible. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it is important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Hell no, let's skip it. I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of a trouble getting his witnesses to state their names.
Wendy old bitch, I mean bag, dearie. So just call me blah 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 blah.
Too much to handle, oh my god. Thank you, Edgeworth. I was waiting for that. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, sir, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag.
Alright, witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, let's break this apart. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. So up until that time, anyone could have wanted to go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no, but the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Errands, you say? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. No, I don't know. Please explain. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would say it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spear medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the station. I was at the main gate from then till 5. Are you sure? So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Well, of course. I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
She sure doesn't act like a professional up on the stand. No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the garden gate and eat donuts at the same time. Whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty during the afternoon the whole time? Very well. What did you see? Now the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? How did you know that?
Oh, ho, ho, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting chewed out by a security guard. It's gonna be another hit to his paycheck. Alright, interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2 p.m.? Are you sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really? You should not try to get so excited at your age. You might strain something.
You should be talking.
No, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I told you who it was.
It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. Well, on the next episode, we will be breaking down his testimony and objection and showing evidence. See you guys in the next episode. I'm AK-47 Master, and I'm signing out.